Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like.
Hello and good evening. You're welcome to You with Abner Majis, unlimited, unrestricted, uncensored. Anything that you want to say when it comes to this program, you can say it. Okay. And this evening, for our very first show, we are going to talk about investing in your relationship. We're going to talk about the challenges, we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts, we're going to talk about the success stories. In fact, we're going to talk about everything that has to do with investing in your relationship. When we talk about investing in a relationship, okay, usually people think about money. But then we are talking about you are investing your time, you are investing your emotions, you are investing um, your prestige or your class. You are basically investing everything that has to be or everything that you are into someone else. What happens, good or bad? Okay. Now, thankfully, I'm not the only one here to to discuss this, to find out all of that. I've got two gentlemen who are going to help me do that. There is one already seated here in the studio. I'll be introducing him in a bit. And then the second one will also come and then join him. And then we can get this on the road. But first of all, let me find out from my first guest. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so on Facebook, you are just Premier.
Yes.
But then here, you are Bill.
Bill, that's my actual
Okay,
name.
so let me ask, are you single?
Yes, I am single.
But who is eating?
No one.
No one is eating.
Yes.
Ladies, he's single. Okay, so if a lady were to tell me that, oh, Abner, I watched your show and then Bill said that he's single. So can you unsingle me to him? What should I tell the person?
It's a tough time for me right now to unsingle myself. I mean, I think I want to be in this position for some time, basically.
Okay, so the person should wait.
Yes.
But then what if she says that, okay, but I just want to be his friend?
That is totally acceptable. I'm open for that.
So how many friends can you make?
When it comes to female friends, I think I have quite a lot.
So you wouldn't mind having more?
No. That saying yes to that would be very complicated.
Friendship, just friendship.
No. Once it has to do with the opposite sex, and then I'm trying not to make new friends in this circumstance that I'm in right now. To keep the old ones and just maintain it.
Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to keep it because if you bring a new one in the picture, you might complicate things.
Why? Because the person is just coming as a friend. So how then do you complicate something that is uncomplicated?
This is a point of your life where you are single, and you are trying to get to know someone on friendship basis, I think it's a complicated situation because it can get complicated. If you're ready to unsingle, then you can make friends and then see what goes. But right now.
Okay, so do you have a time frame as to when? Because me, I want to unsingle you.
I know.
I know.
But it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while.
Okay, so let's say after a year.
Yes.
Then I can come and ask you this question.
Yes.
Okay, so ladies, I beg, don't come inbox. Why? Don't even try. He's saying after a year. Or if you can wait after a year, then you just come back inbox and then you tell me that, oh, Abena Bill said after a year we can try. So after a year, that will be friendship, right?
Oh, after a year, I will be very open for something very solid. Right?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Very solid.
Okay, all right. Oh, Lydia Paulinyaku, I'm watching. Oh, give me shout out. Oh, Sister Fosua says, forget, he's eating someone. Okay, so I asked who is eating you, but I didn't ask you if you are eating someone.
I'm not eating anyone.
Okay, at all.
No.
Okay, oh yeah, Dakwa.
I don't know why it's difficult for people to believe it though.
Okay, it is just like, me also, people finding it tough.
Yes.
I actually get, Abena, are you sure? I'm like, whatever.
Difficult to believe.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever.
I stopped explaining.
Or usually I just use LOL. Maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yes.
interpret it. Okay, so let's talk about investing in a relationship.
Okay.
Have you ever invested? Okay, of course, you'd have invested your emotions, your time, and all that. But then people usually look at the financial aspect.
Yes.
Okay, so before we'll go, whereby I'll ask, have you ever financially invested in a lady? Let's look at the stuff that you end up investing yourself into when it comes to a relationship.
I think since we are using investing as a word, I think that is where we have to break it down and then get to understand a few things. Invest is, okay, it's a word and it's wide and broad. The explanation, the definition covers the whole lot. But when it comes to relationships, this is the thing. You start from somewhere, and then as time goes on, mentally, you start putting yourself in a position where you see a future with this person. And once you put yourself in a position where you see a future with someone, you start making them a part of your whole life. You include them even if I want to use mine as an example, let me do that so it becomes really simple for all of us. You add this person to your life so much that it's as if she's the only person you know, she's the only person you have. And that is investing. It becomes, you won't know that it's investing until she leaves. When you are with them, you think it's love. It's
love.
But the moment they go out of the picture, that's when you realize you were investing so much into it and you did not get your profit, you did not get your end result. So it's a wrong investment. You see why I wanted us to define investment? Because when you connect it all has to do with putting something somewhere, expecting something good
in return. Exactly.
So if you did put an ounce, a penny, anything in something, hoping for something positive, you did not get that, you've lost. Your investment went wrong. That's it. So yes, I have found myself in situations where I invested so much. Okay,
Sister Fosua says, oh, Bill, speak louder.
Okay. So, as I'm saying, I found myself in situations where I invested so much. Talk about time, talk about even training. Because if you find yourself there are some people you will meet in this life, in a relationship, you have to help train them. If you really want to go forever.
Train them how?
As in, they are not perfect. You both come from different walks of life. And then now you are about to merge to become one. So that is something. There are certain things she might see as a norm from where she's coming from, but to you, it's a bit of a struggle. So then you have to find a way to either train yourself to accept or try to get her to change.
Okay. But then if you are training someone, just as you were saying, then what happens to the adage that take me as I am? Because after all, when you met the person, this is who they are.
Good. When they say take me as I am,
Exactly.
they did not say even if I can't go forever with you. I mean, that statement, I think the definition and the explanation is very complicated. Take me as I am. How is that? How is that? Let me think about it. Because you come from two different places. You can never take the person just as they are. They have flaws. Take that. But there are some things that can be changed. Flaws as in, there are some people you might meet and when they get angry, they talk on top of their voice, blah, blah, blah. Those are things you cannot change. You might try changing them, but it's not going to work. Those are things you should take as it is.
Of course. So which others can you then work
there are things
on?
you can change. When it comes to training someone or trying to merge together to be one, there are things you can help people become better in. Like, let's say, when it comes to how they see, let me use myself an example. I'm this person that I wasn't into going to church, for instance. I wasn't a church goer kind of person. I always believe do good, have a clean heart, blah blah blah, and you are done. You have a good relationship with God. But this person I was with kept talking, then I ended up, so there are certain things you can actually change. It's either you adjust for your partner or they adjust for you. That's the merging process. That's why a relationship is somewhat important for the future. You go through that merging process. It's like a tunnel. While you're going through it, it's dark in there. So you have to hold each other's hands and go through the darkness until you come out of the light and we are one. Now we can live together for 25 years, 30 years. You put all of this in, you train them, they also help you, like changes happen. A lot of it. And
So the training, of course, is reciprocal.
Yes.
So just as you are training them, they are also training you.
Yes, that's how you shape each other to become one. If not, you will be two different people forever. And at some point, you realize that's what people say, we are not compatible or we are not meant to be, all that. It's because either one of them or both of them are not willing to change or to merge together. They want to keep as I am kind of thing.
So you've been merging together a lot of times, and you've merged together a lot of times.
No, I've merged
You've
together
become
just
one.
time.
You become one with someone
Just
several
one time.
times. Oh, so mean that's your first ex.
I would say that's my only relationship that I was totally committed to. Completely.
Okay.
Exactly.
And you became one.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, now you're two.
Now,
That's sad.
really sad. It's good for the experience.
Exactly, that's sad.
It's good for the experience.
Okay, it seems people are still complaining about your voice. I'm sure it has to do with your phone because honestly, my producer says that it's loud and clear. Loud and clear. Okay, so yeah, sorry, there are times we need to cope with the minor stuffs because we have different temperaments.
Exactly.
That is very, very true. Okay, still people complaining about your voice not being loud enough. Okay, Nanama Fosua, shout out to your friends on this noble page. Thank you very much, darling. Kiki Love says, some of us have been single for almost 4 years and he wants 1 year again. Why, Brother Bill? Okay, Manuel Osayo Wusu, all right. So, I have noted you, but then remember, this is a different program. Okay, others are saying that your voice is clear. So your voice is clear, so it could be that perhaps the sort of phone that you're using, I don't know if you can use a headset or something, but then we'll still work on it and then see if we can raise his voice to be louder.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So I'm still on investing in relationships. So you've spoken about investing yourself, about either coping with the person, that is coping with the characteristics that can't be changed, and then also training them to adapt to you, just as they also train you to also adapt to them. Now, let us go to money, financial investment.
I think that's a big one. It is a very big one.
You've invested in someone, because obviously in your previous relationship.
Yes, you have to. If you can't, then I think you fall short in being a man and being a responsible partner.
Okay, so let me ask, because usually whenever people send the stories about investing in people, they normally touch on different aspects of financial investment. So let's say someone will say that, okay, I paid her school fees, I paid her rent, I bought a car for her, when she was traveling, I bought a ticket, I paid for the visa and all that.
Okay.
I took care of her parents and all that. So let's look at the sort of financial investment that you made. I'm putting you on the spot, but yeah.
I know, it's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all. You see, so long as, like I was saying, it all comes down to your vision, where you see the relationship going. That is, let me say, the tool or the foundation that whatever you are going to do will rely on.
So was it Vision 2020 or Vision 3030?
This vision is Vision Forever.
Vision Forever.
When you picture Vision Forever, you do things knowing it's okay, I'm doing this for my partner.
Okay.
You see? But when you picture, when you have Vision 3 months, you have limits.
Okay, so it's like the thing you are hitting. It's not like you are hitting and going, but oh, hit a crack. It's a drew na.
Exactly.
Okay, that type maybe.
You get it. So if you are in a relationship and you know this is going far, this is something I'm really certain of. What is paying of fees? It's not.
Bill, what did you do?
That's what I'm just saying. What is paying of fees?
So that means that you paid school fees.
There's nothing
Because
wrong
it's
with it.
normal.
You support.
I'm asking.
And I'm telling you.
Okay, so you paid school fees. Kasa, that's what I did. Okay, so you paid school fees. What else did you do?
Oh my God.
Ka.
Media
can.
The reason
So
why
you
it's
pay
a
school
tight corner is because these are things you shouldn't even record.
But you still pay school fees. Did you pay rent?
No.
Okay, you didn't pay rent. What about a car? Did you buy a car for it?
No. But I barely had one myself.
Okay, what about traveling?
No.
Okay. But then as for the obvious ones, like, let's say, taking care of minor things with that one,
you do for your partner financially. Don't record it.
Men, Bill says, don't record what you do for your partner.
Why do you want to record it?
Hey,
then you have a whole ledger.
Exactly. Someone will come and then, itemize it. I did this.
Remember,
I did that.
but don't
I did
record.
this. Everything.
You see, that's the difference. You should remember.
Oh my goodness. Everything.
You get it?
Exactly.
You should remember, but don't record.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah, oh, oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like. Yeah. 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 Oh, 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 oh. I like, you like.
Okay, so welcome back. That was a very, very short break that we had to take, and I'm glad that Mimpen Kwasiasem.
What the hell?
Yes, Mimpen Kwasiasem is right here coming out today. But then somebody asked me if you're called Mike.
No, I'm not
Okay,
Mike.
so I'm sure you actually resemble someone.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Okay, all right. So we're talking about investing in relationship, just as I told you earlier on, and I have been able to get some confessions from Bill.
Confessions, you just.
Yes. Yes, you paid school fees.
Oh, come on, Abra. It's
At least
not
you didn't
that-
pay rent.
It's not that much.
It was
of a
an
problem.
investment. You understand? And what I was saying was that, you know, some guys or some ladies, I think that we ladies in the mom, we like doing that. We will itemize it,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
right down to the
yes,
socks
yes,
we
yes,
bought for you.
Yes, women will
Some
record
of us,
everything.
some of us,
No, women
some
will.
of us.
Let's just say women
Masa,
will.
Not
So
all-
Masa,
we-
not all
Masa,
women.
thank you
Not all
very
women
much.
I'm trying to cut her out.
Thank you very much. Some of
The
us.
same way we are good as some guys. So.
Exactly, you understand. They'll come, they'll itemize it. Okay, so I paid for this, I did this. Even that time when she didn't, I did that, and then all that.
If
You
want to go there
understand?
right now, with just me, we won't finish today.
Seriously.
Things you have to record. everything
Abrentia
you say.
Yaze. You
That's
have,
what I'm saying. Don't
you have
record.
done things.
Just remember.
You have done things.
For a woman, do things, don't record. Just remember.
Okay,
And hope, just hope she remembers too.
okay.
Okay.
And you just
that's
hope
the
that
thing.
she remembers too. Okay.
That's it.
But then I hope that this hasn't changed, you know, that is, you haven't decided that, okay, because of this, you will never invest in another woman again.
Oh, I will not invest, and I will not be too wicked either. But of course, there are some things I will be able to label. This is your personal problem.
Ah.
Yes.
But with that, you
The
can
matter
still
turned
invest
critical.
on other areas.
So what if
Yes,
the next lady
Being
is
your
also
time
in
and
school?
Stuff like that.
You won't
What
pay
if-
school fees.
What if the other person, and if I actually find myself being with someone who is in school again, no.
You won't pay school
No,
fees.
I won't even find
Out
myself
of
there.
love.
I'll make sure. So you see
Love.
why sometimes it's good to learn. So
Love is-
next time you know.
love-
First
love
of
is
all, if someone
sometimes
is in
overrated.
school, don't go closer because the probability of you paying school fees someday
It's very high. Yes.
So-
Have you paid fees before?
Never.
Hey,
Why never?
You know, big man.
Okay, okay, but have you bought a car before
Have I bought a car before?
for a woman?
Nam from
Out of love, that you.
out of love.
Eh.
No. Bible ne cry can't tell. I have to love myself
Uh-huh.
equally as you, no more than me.
Okay, so,
So I can't buy a car
buying.
for you and I'll be working and no.
But if we had the
If
means,
yeah, if we have the means that
Mm-hmm.
it's a car and we are sharing, then that's cool. I buy
Okay.
it for myself, we share.
Okay.
That's cool. But buying it for you and go and pick trotro there. Why? I don't know.
Okay, so what about visa?
Well, there are stuff we've done, but we will not do them again,
You see,
depending on one or two reasons.
Okay, stuff like
Well,
3. Just name 3.
just three.
Three.
Yeah, just 3.
now you know why.
Just 3. how I suffered for me to even get the school fees out of him because he didn't want to say it. So just 3.
Keep them to yourself.
As we are going, I'll make mention of them.
Okay, because I know that normally with regards to the investment, you invest your time.
For time,
Okay,
it's normal.
exactly, it's normal. You'll also invest your emotions. You understand? You'll invest who you are in the relationship.
That's
okay.
true.
Then of course the financial bit, because usually as soon as you start talking about that, then that is what people are looking at. You understand?
Exactly.
The major part goes to lie with the monetary part or the
Yes,
financial bit.
yes.
Because you can say that, oh, I invest my time, I also invest my time. As the guy invests the time, the lady invests. So what is different between the guy and the lady doing the investment?
Exactly.
The most of it is the financial status.
Okay.
Because
so,
the guy will invest more money than the lady, obviously. But in some relationships, that's the other way around, though.
Okay.
So I hear. I've
Okay.
never seen it.
Okay, so let me ask then, should one say that, okay, entering into this relationship, my money, your money, I take care of my own stuff, you take care of your own stuff. So let's say that I'll call you, you'll call me, but don't cook for me, I won't give you money to cook. Don't wash for me, I won't give you, you understand? So meaning that there is no financial commitment. Is it possible to have such a relationship?
But
Advice.
The truth of the matter is, when you fall in love, you will forget whatever regulations you had before getting into the relationship.
That's true.
Whatever set of rules you think you would apply in your next relationship, fall in love and see.
Okay, but then realistically, would you say
you
that?
Can start. You can start saying, okay, this is what I'm going to be, this is who I'm going to be in this relationship because I've learned a few things, or because of this or that, but trust me, time, one day you will find yourself flouting one of your own revelations. One day.
Because of love.
Because you think that, and you see, women will get you in a position where you realize, no, this one is different. Let me close all my regulations and let's have something very solid. That's where you started fucking up. That's where you messed up. The very day you make up your mind that this person is different, you fuck up big time.
So what can make someone decide, make you decide to forgo everything?
Well, that's the love aspect of it. That's the love, the feelings, the emotions you develop.
I don't know why it's me for.
You can't say, like, normally as the relationship is ongoing, oh, the lady won't wash for me, the lady won't do this for me. There are some ladies that you don't even ask. They have a key to your room. You don't even, at the time they go, she won't wash for you. You can't, there are some ladies, they have a key to your room. They go and clean, they go and wash. So I'm going to tell them, as you're proposing to them that, madam, may say, and that
is also they are investing in exactly their investment.
It's not easy washing.
Yeah. It's not easy washing for a guy, cleaning a guy's place.
So you see why I'm saying do things for a woman, don't record them, because if she decides to record all the washing, can you?
Yeah. The things you do for you
secretly.
Okay. even aside the encouragement when you are down, when you go and you come home and you are tired, she talking to you, helping you relax and all that.
For that, it's a few women who actually know how to do that, how to steady a man and know that today he's not sounding so well. Let me try. It's a few who understand that.
So what about like for like? Okay, so let's say that if you cook for me, I'll cook for you. You wash for me, I'll wash for you.
That in a relationship.
Like for like.
You can't have that.
We are not foreigners, so we are not white.
No, it's a timetable. You can't follow. You see,
I'm not even white.
Why are you saying that we are not white? Why we fall in love just like whites do? So how are you saying that we are not white?
Okay, before you even go there, we fall in love just like whites do. Let me explain this. When whites fall in love, when a guy is proposing to a girl, they don't think about future marriage. As in say, I'm proposing to the girl will not say, okay, as he's proposing to me, he's going to marry me. But locally, African, Ghana,
how are you?
The moment you stop the girl, they are going to talk to the girl, that you'll be worrying me.
Flat.
No, that you'll be worrying me.
That's why.
But you now, somebody like you, you've gone to talk to a woman.
And one on my list. Just within the.
So let me even finish. You've gone to talk to a woman, And you think that this woman will be like, okay, I want Kobe as short term. No, she wants you for long term now.
Yeah, for long term. But it shouldn't be that.
She's already started thinking of a wedding day with you.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that at that very moment, no. At that very moment, you're asking her out. Like, her mind should be married. Like, it shouldn't be that. At all.
Okay.
Anyway, that has always been my argument.
Let me come in a little bit here, but I think there is a stage in life, whether being a man or a woman, you get to, and you have a reason for meeting someone and stopping them.
Yeah,
you should have a reason.
Mm.
You can't just go about stopping women anyhow because you don't expect
especially
them to.
Oh my goodness!
But that's
when you do that,
really a bit romantic because as a car tire, it's okay.
When you do that with me,
what do you prefer, or him?
That day, you better hope that my hormones are not acting out. Exactly. Otherwise, I'll act a movie in front of you.
So yes.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Women automatically at some age, when you meet them, you start wasting their time from onset. You have a purpose. What's your purpose? They want to know.
Exactly.
You see, they want to know, and their major problem. A friend told me recently, Charlie, your age now you don't know. Unya stop or ban or
that's the whole thing.
You know. And so, if you are a guy too, and you are at that point of your life, I think it's only normal for you to expect the woman to be in that same position.
To be in that same
position.
But some of them too, it's like the moment that we share, that's what the person is looking forward to. So what about you, the guy's intention?
Oh, so it could be that perhaps your intention is just to have a good time with the person.
Yeah. Maybe the guy is not even ready for marriage.
Okay. Just wants to eat for
maybe not even
a short time.
Maybe not even eat.
So then why would you go about stopping?
Maybe the guy may not be ready for marriage at that very moment. But as time goes on with the guy, it can be after 2 years he may be set. He may be ready.
Okay.
All right. But the moment he sees you and he meets you and you're talking about that, it puts guys off.
Oh, as for that one, dear. As for that one, dear. Yeah. Okay. Viaka Jesse says, Sister Abner, I think I agree with him. Why would you give in a relationship with the intention of referring later? Exactly. They are those people who want to claim back that thing after the relationship fails. If I give in a relationship, it is because I want to help, not for you to feel indebted to me. Simple. Don't stretch yourself to invest to your detriment and someday come cursing the person for being ungrateful. It is necessary to give in relationships, but don't stretch yourself way beyond your ability. Obaden Sua says, it depends. If the guy is in a good financial position to help, why not? If it's the other way around, to cool, not bad.
I don't see why you will see a lady through university whilst you are not there. I feel like you are pushing someone and you are just sitting watching. Okay, when they are done reaching the top, you will go back now.
But what if you know where this lady is going and you want, okay, so you've met the lady, let's say that she's an SHS graduate, and her plan is to finish the university, get a very good job, probably even if not in the civil service, corporate institution or something. And then you have your own plan or vision for your life. But then that is the person that you want to settle down with.
Yes.
So then why not help her, push her to achieve her dream?
Nothing stops you from doing it. But what I'm saying is make sure you are doing for yourself too along it. Don't sacrifice I know what I'm saying. Don't sit down and say, okay, because of course finances. This is one thing I think in our generation we are trying to forget about. When you meet a young guy who is trying to put his life together, don't expect him to do things that he hasn't done for himself.
That's the truth.
He's trying to put his life together for goodness sake. Are you going to be next to him so you put your life together, or you just want to benefit from him and go your way?
Okay.
This is it.
Okay.
So we better each other. I don't better myself on. We better each other.
No. Let's do it like this. If it gets to some point, at least I was helping you, I was helping myself too. You, the woman, a woman will never tell you that, oh, I know you are supporting me, but you are not doing the same for yourself. Maybe some will, but
yeah, some will. Some will.
Don't even pay attention to where you are taking your life.
Yeah.
So long as they are in school and you are helping them out, they will be there.
How
when
many
they are
women even ask, especially when you're taking care of them through school? How many
What
even
do you
ask,
want
how
to
is your business?
Exactly.
What do you want to do in the next 2 years? How do you see yourself by the end of this year? What are your resolutions?
She's in school.
Exactly.
She's thinking.
She's
Thinking of education.
Yes.
Okay, so I have a story here. Abena, I think investing in your partner or helping the one you are with depends on who you are dealing with. My man met me when I was in SHS. I was there by the grace of God because my family wasn't interested in taking care of me. And my uncle, who used to help my mother small, told her I'm a waste because I'll get pregnant one day and my school fees will become a waste. I became determined to make it one day and shame him. Fast forward to I met my guy who was then a TA at a public university. He just liked me when we met and told me I'm too young to be his girlfriend, but I can be like his small sister. Abena, my pain was his pain because this man really took care of all my needs. My mate thought he was my uncle. He was also very decent because he got a lot of proposals but always turned them down. He did date someone and I was so jealous because I was in love with him. The lady got suspicious and herself left him. And she herself left him. Fast forward to he paid my tuition to the university and helped me get a job after service. When I was 26, he asked my parents if he can marry me, and they told him they've been waiting for a long time. It's not like other men didn't come. There was a time he got broke for almost 2 years, and money wasn't coming like usual. I took it upon myself to teach my mate for small coins and also doing the project work of those in level 400. Yeah, I was a sharp brain. I always said in my heart that I won't let another man reap what this guy has sowed and turn down cars, trips, etc. Now we've been married for 3 years with 1 kid, and my husband treats me like an egg because his friends who also invested in their women weren't lucky.
Oh, me see. This is where it gets.
that is it.
This is some.
That is it.
Okay, the women here.
You can't get them all the same.
Okay, but my question is, how hard is it for you to know that this person would go with me for the long haul?
You can never know.
Never know.
How come? Are there red flags from the beginning, something that will make you wonder? Because no matter what, there will be something that they will do that you'll be filled with disquiet. It will make you question yourself.
When my partner started messing up,
we don't actually get.
She said, and then we kept talking and talking and talking. This is not the person I have known for so many years. And then she said, people change, you know.
Okay.
That's true.
Oh my.
So yes.
She said that.
If someone ever told me when I met her that she could do that,
She could actually say that to you.
I would be like.
Okay. Ike Mesa says, another thing with investing in a relationship is that you must see it as support just like your family or friend.
That's it.
Therefore, if you cannot see that investment as a form or help support, but mainly stretching your neck because of the relationship, at the end, you might regret if things go south.
Yeah, that's true.
Godfred, when it comes to mentioning your name, is something else. What I believe in is that if you believe in helping anyone in a relationship, do it without expecting anything in return. Do it from your heart as if you are helping someone in need, so that when it doesn't end where you want it to end in your heart, you know you've contributed in building someone. If you don't believe in it, don't try it. Okay, Stella says, Bill, say some women. Okay, so I'm sure, yeah, it had to do.
I'm finding it difficult to exempt some of you see, because
Because of past experience.
it's tough to actually, of course, I can't.
But that was one woman, okay? We are looking at
the chicken.
how many women do we have on earth now?
I think 4 something.
No, 7-point-something billion.
No. I think
Yeah. So just about like
7.1.
so just about almost 4 billion women.
Yes.
Here in Ghana, they are in their millions. You can say that we have, let's say, more than 15 million women, right? Okay, so let's say that those in your age bracket let's, you know, like
Drop them
that is
down.
your dateable age bracket. Let's look at around 4 million. 4 million women. And you are talking about one
Then, okay.
singleton.
That's a single something.
She doesn't represent us.
At all.
In Pennyphone car, say.
There.
In Pennyphone car.
In a wale,
It's selling you now.
excuse me.
And cut your one.
Oba say 10, 20, want to say 1
the young
million.
pioneer?
Massa,
Who the young pioneer?
Massa.
But the whole thing is, at the point in time, he has also met.
You can even put in potato to
to
draw
bring
it
it out
out.
there.
Yes.
He has also met good women.
Yes, I was just about to ask you. So haven't you met, you know, that woman that did everything you understand that your ex didn't do, but then perhaps you weren't thinking of her that way? Because sometimes that's what happens.
Because when you are with one person and you are okay, you don't really have the time to pay attention to other women and what they can do. and
She's
who
not the
and
only
what
one you've been
they
with.
do.
So that's not what I'm talking about.
When I said this is the only relationship I was totally committed to, which
Okay.
means the rest I wasn't committed. I was just sitting there watching and just doing my own thing.
Okay, so they were in a relationship.
They also weren't. I wouldn't say they were because
You wouldn't know for now, so.
I'm sure of it.
Okay, I don't want to put you on the spot, otherwise I'd have asked.
Not me. I can't
Really?
Oh, Abuna, you know.
Oh, okay, so that means that it was FWB. It was eating.
No,
Eating without definition.
it had a definition, but
Friendship.
it was a relationship. But we were both, let me say, too young to understand what a relationship actually entails.
Okay.
So we were just in that, what secondary school people do when you see that
Puppy
at the
love.
mall and all that thing, and you're like, should we tell them the truth?
That it will end in tears. Okay. Okay.
You know, that was what it was. And it's only a matter of time before you all fell off. Until you meet one person and you're like, this is who I want to put my life into. When I'll bet you'll pay that.
Well,
Oh, we are all not like that too. Okay, Nanabana Boatima says, help others like you are helping your family without expecting anything in return. Papa Emmanuel says, when you are with someone, in terms of relationship, definitely you spend on him or her.
No.
But bear it in mind that you are doing from your whole heart and don't expect anything in return. You are helping to build someone's future.
But make sure you are building yours as well.
but not
That
everyone
is the
also
thing.
sees it that way.
Make sure you are building yourself as well.
Okay.
Don't sit and build someone.
Okay, so Stella says, I'm gonna tell Mimpe Kwachasam that you could even put in charcoal and it makes it better. There will always be a catalyst to save the rest. Always. There's a
Always
catalyst.
that, but where are you going to find the catalyst?
You will. Okay,
No,
Opoku
you go
Sally
and
Pendi says, investing in a relationship financially isn't easy because most partners, please say some, most partners are ungrateful, and it's the reason some people fear doing that because of the end result.
as that.
There are lots of good people out there though. Indeed, there are. I remember that a lady told me, and she actually got married. She's one of the people that I've been bashing. So you meet the people, you will date, you get married, and then you invite me. Then later you come inbox and tell me that, oh, I'm married though. Okay, I can't do that. But I'm sure that if Shinlu is watching, he will know the sign I would have made. Okay, so she came exactly. Actually, okay. So you know, she was complaining that all the guys who were coming her way were fuck boys, and these were guys who come sex, and then she wouldn't, you know, she's not the demanding type, so she's not going to ask you for money. If you give her, fine. So it got to a time that it was almost as if, you know, all exes were just taken from her. She was cooking, doing everything that a woman should do, but then they were not even helping her. She was calling, giving all the attention and all that. And then I told her that, okay, if all of them are fuck boys, now look at all your exes. What are the common characteristics? So decide that, okay, now you would consciously decide to be with someone who is different
From all the others.
exactly, and that's the sort of person that she's married. You understand? So me, that there is always a catalyst, and that catalyst will be different from the
There
type
is
of
always
people.
one, though.
Exactly, there's always a charcoal. Okay. Estodro says, Abnamabo, oh, Akwaba, darling. Ivo Samuel says, spending on a relationship It's just like a lawyer doing pro bono service. At the end of the day, it's for the public's good. Well, that's true.
That's very
Okay,
true.
yeah, so somebody should spend on me. It's for the public good, though. I tell you. You know, so me with mine, buy me a car.
This your car matter.
Yes, ticket to Dubai. Yeah, because you see, I've got fans in Dubai. I have to go and visit them all.
Sure.
Yes, I have to go and visit them. You know, what are the things that men do for women? But you know, interestingly, when it comes to some of us women, okay, sometimes I will hear or I will read these stories. Guys are saying that I did this for this, you know, for my lady, for my ex. And then I'll just read it and I'll ask myself, so where, Lord, where did I pass?
They should stop recording.
That's the whole thing.
No, the thing is, listen, you don't understand me. Okay, a guy is saying that I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that for my woman.
And you are wondering.
And then I'm asking, where did I pass?
That they haven't done all that.
Exactly. I tell you, dear Lord.
I'm sure that is in the making.
Oh, babe. Okay, Michael Zabud Perez says, I hope Send Me Momo didn't make it into 2020. Oh, it did, though. It did. Somebody was complaining yesterday. Unfortunately for this guy, okay, so his girlfriend told him he needed money. And what he decided to do was that he owed quick loan. So he decided that, okay, let me pay quick loan and then take another. And the quick loan said, do more transactions.
Would the quick loan be the other? Would the quick loan be the other?
And the girl blocked him. Two troubles, one
a
God.
girl he was dating.
Yeah.
And because of Momo,
Yeah, because of Momo yesterday.
you blocked the guy.
Yeah, I blocked the guy. Which
That's how real it gets.
So what was the girl in for? A girl like this, what has he even invested in a relationship?
Well, I didn't ask a lot of questions, you understand?
I think it's a girl he just met very often.
Yeah,
Most of these girls
because
are girls.
If you are dating a girl like that,
If a girl
and
says-
she can actually block you, you are dating and she's blocking you because
it's a new chick.
No,
New
no,
chicks
no.
do.
But you know that sometimes, I've done that before. I remember a guy came inbox, was asking me so many questions. And then even as soon as he came inbox saying, he was, hello, are you married? Where do you stay? If you are not married, are you going out? Can I be your boyfriend? Do you like sex videos, etc.? So it was a long list.
Wow.
So yeah. First time coming into my inbox. First time. So I read it and then I said, so I answered some of them, oh, I'm not married, this. And then he asked me, so can we go out? He stays at Nungwa and all that. And then I told him that, okay, me, I'm someone you have to be spending money on me. And then he said that, oh, money isn't a problem. And I told him that, okay, if you can give me 5,000 cedis, a month, I'll be okay. Whoa. Then he just said, be serious.
And it's true, you have to be serious.
Yeah, he said, be serious.
5,000 a month.
And I told him that I'm very, very serious. Yeah, 5,000 a month. He said money isn't a problem. Money not be problem.
That statement.
But then now with 5,000, he told me that I should be serious. You understand? So he didn't bother me again. So sometimes the ladies actually say it intentionally. You understand? But then some guys will also decide that, okay, so I'm going to pull your
right now.
Oh, yeah.
I think I like this advice.
Oh, it's the same way as, you are with a guy, some ladies, I've been posting about the pregnancy prank, and it's obvious that some of the ladies have been doing it just to end the relationship. So I'll prank this guy that I'm pregnant just to see how he'll behave. Now, should he fall into my trap, I'll ask him for money. Then I'll later tell him that, oh, it was a prank. He will get angry, break it off with me, we are done. That was what I wanted anyway.
If you want to break up, if you want to break up with someone, or you're doing it...
Some ladies, that is,
if they
what
want
they
to break
do.
Up,
yeah.
Well,
What kind of nation by rough start is being?
Oh, it is just like a guy deciding that, okay, I'm not going to call a girl, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, so that she herself realizes that she's the only one. You understand? So basically what happens is that people tend to think up of different ways just to get themselves out of
situation.
You understand? And they'll tell you that I don't know how to break it up with him. Basically, that is what they say. I don't know how to break it up with him. So then they just think up, you know, of all of these ways of breaking up with a person. Of course, I'm not saying that is justified. I'm not.
That they're fine, then they should come and enlist me. I'll do it for them. Seriously, because I don't see the essence why you can put a guy through. Maybe the guy is expecting, maybe the guy wants to get married to you. They want to break up with the guy. You go and tell the guy that you are pregnant. And the guy is happy, give birth, he's going to abort. Then it becomes a rift, then you just say, okay, fine, if you're not going to accept it, I'm going to abort, so let's break up. Like, seriously. Then you just kill someone's vein that another woman probably would have actually held on to.
Exactly.
Well,
that is true. That is true.
They just break up with someone in a manner that way. How do you expect a guy to feel when he gets another woman? How do you expect a guy to treat another woman?
Has it happened to you before?
Well, you can't meet.
The way you said, well, it's been there. Ouch, ouch. Okay, Kwame Ajeni Boateng says, it's good you invest in relationships. My ex and I invested a lot into our relationship, but unfortunately, she called an end to it. I thank God I didn't offend her. Michael Zabud Perez, you are saying the girl is a Momo girl, so I'm sure you are referring to what I was saying earlier on. Stella Sesiagle says, Abena, you're not alone, no. I wonder which part of Ghana I'll find such men. I know, Charlie found my woman, I know. When men are taking care of women, Charlie, we know what did we pass? We are the ones doing everything. Mamle Yoko Godwin says, of course, he wants all this list, yet can't pay 5K. Useless, immature brain. Hi, I will use this insult one day. I tell you, giving me long list, but he can't pay 5,000. 5K pay. And this one probably it is cedis, so I didn't even say dollars. I said cedis.
5,000 every month.
Yes. He said money no be problem more. Come into my inbox like that.
But money no be problem. You can't take it serious. Money no be problem. Like so 60,000 a year.
Yes.
Aside that, no, fine. Aside that, he taking you out. He buying you stuff. Hey.
Yes.
No, yeah.
Now 5,000 I'm making. Did you think that I was saying 5,000 for him to say yes? I was giving him a figure that I knew he can't handle.
Assuming he has said yes. We are still
I would have enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. Hey, that's 60,000. Charlie, the 5,000. I think the first month I would have made a down payment for a plot of land.
No, truth of the matter is the first
then
time
you spend it. It's an easy money.
Okay, so the first month, fine. But then the second and the third, down payment for a plot of land. No, don't bring yourself.
Then the first, after the first month, no Martinica.
Oh no, fine at
no, Charlie, as for men and when it comes to
that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
And here you go chop.
That's the whole thing.
And here you go chop.
That's the whole thing.
Okay, so the thing is that so you want to punish her.
He's going to punish her for that kind of thing.
Okay, so you punish her. So let's say that you're giving her like 7 rounds within a day. Now she can't even walk. Which means that she'll have to take medication. So something that you could have done daily, now because of the medication, 1 week pound, then maybe 1 month before now she's okay.
People don't actually think the way you are.
Guys do actually think.
Alaji the healing waits.
Since there's no contract and you can't take me to court.
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Because someone will come with a proposal like that and you probably say maybe I want this amount, the person still goes ahead with it. Okay, fine. Is the person actually really in a serious relationship?
But then you see, the thing is, I actually tend to respect men because I always say that discuss this thing from the very beginning. Okay. So you want to know what the woman wants. Okay. So you can get a man who will say that, okay, what are your pressing needs that I can help you with? Then you tell the lady what your pressing needs are. I don't like the asking what are your likes and your dislikes matter. that thing is childish.
You won't even remember.
And then what I always say is that, you see, as soon as you ask someone what are your likes or dislikes in a relationship, and then when you tell them about yours, they tend to conform to what you said. So then, because naturally we are like that.
Yes, they will
naturally.
Even if that's not how he or she
Exactly.
is,
They'll just conform. Thank you very
that's
much.
When it comes and people say you are pretending.
You understand. So mine has to do with expectations. So, and then it also goes with the love language. Okay, because my love language, it actually keeps on. People don't know that the love language, this year it might be this, but the next year it might be, it might change due to your emotional needs. Okay.
That's what people change.
Exactly. You understand? Okay. And the men also change. Now what you're looking for is different from what you were looking for 5 years ago.
That's true.
Yes, but
That's how it
I think
is.
there's one thing I would say men have in common. When they set up their mind and make up their mind that it's you I want, that's it.
But
It
it's the
will
same
take
with us
you-
women. No?
It will take you to destroy it. But women,
It's the same thing with us women. No?
a woman
It's
will
just that
meet
sometimes the
someone else
hormones,
mistakenly,
no.
like friendship stuff, meet someone, and then something will trigger her to start comparing you to. the
Your
other person.
hormones, no.
I say-
Don't blame the
I
women.
have taken few months.
Blame
to
the
study men and
chemicals
I'm
inside
surprised.
us.
I wonder.
Chemicals.
It is a chemical reaction.
When a woman starts comparing
it's
to
high
another
time,
person,
it's
that's
high
the
time
end.
if you stop blaming the hormones. Oh yeah.
The
It
hormones
is a
are
chemical
tired.
reaction.
The hormones themselves, they are tired.
We can't say it's the devil, so please
No,
let me
no,
blame
the
the
devil,
hormones.
he becomes
The
surprised.
devil is on. Listen, leave. Please allow him.
Okay, Mamia Masaba says, one thing I have learned about men is they are unpredictable no matter what happens.
If you pay attention, you will
Men are
predict a man
predictable.
easily.
Men are very
If you pay
predictable.
attention, it's so it's the easiest
That's the
thing.
thing. I don't get. Men are
predict a
very
man.
predictable.
To predict
Men.
a man, simple. You want to know whether he really wants you, blah 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 blah. Turn off your phone for 2 days. See, it will be right there, right there.
Right there. He'll
How
complain.
he reacts to just
Also.
your phone going off for 2 days. That's your answer.
Okay, so let's say that at first he would get angry, but then now he doesn't even care.
If a man gets angry at the fact that your phone is off, this man loves you. He can't even stand your absence. But one that will be able to say, "Oh, okay, I understand." You explain, and they understand calmly and take it lightly. Ask yourself too many questions.
Okay, so ladies, you have a tip.
But that one
Basic
also,
calculation.
but that one also sometimes it doesn't work.
How?
They're understanding guys. They're understanding guys. That one, the hands
No,
down.
bro. If a woman you are in a relationship with turns off her phone for 2 days without telling you,
Without telling
and
you.
you call and she answers, you will react.
Oh yeah, you react. But
Good.
it's
If
not,
you
it's not-
don't
it's not
react,
about- you don't-
it
someone do
simply means your level of concern is like
It's very low.
Okay, so ladies, you have a tip.
It's a simple trick.
Okay.
Not a rocket
Oh,
science.
okay,
The
okay.
guy was wooing the girl in that manner.
And there's no man who is so understanding to the extent that 2 days until one kind, and then you call and he's still calm.
I'm wondering how many ladies are going to off their phones just because of
Yes, it's an exam.
Yeah.
Ajuman Safo is asking that what's your definition of love? He wants to find out from both of you.
Definition of love.
Yes, your definition of love.
Well, mine is sacrifice. Hands down.
Sacrifice.
Hands down.
How?
Well, if I love you, I'm supposed to be willing to sacrifice for you. My time, my money, my everything. I'm supposed to be willing to sacrifice for you. That's it. If I'm not able to sacrifice for you, then I don't love you.
Okay.
So maybe if I can't put, maybe assuming I'm holding 50 cedis on me, and you say you're hungry, and I say, okay, fine, I can spare 20 cedis for you. I've sacrificed that money. But because I need a car, you get it. Even maybe I may be using it for something else. But if I'm able to sacrifice for you, that is it. Because
Okay.
nobody will sacrifice for you if the person doesn't care about you. If God didn't care about us, He will sacrifice His son.
Okay. So there are some women who have complained as to how much their men have changed to the extent whereby they know that clearly this man has money, but then has decided that no, he's not going to bother about. And sadly, some of them are even married women whose husbands would have money but would refuse to take care of them and their kids. So that tells you that there is, ask yourself a lot of questions, just as you said.
Yes, but I think with that, it comes to some things. There's a certain point in a man's life where maybe he'll get tired of doing one thing continuously and not seeing any results.
Okay. All right. Stella says, yeah, Billy, who hurt you? Sounds like you've given up on women. Comfort Selby, it seems Bill has been badly hurt in a relationship. Boy.
Well,
out.
well, that one day.
The heart can contain a lot too.
That's what I've come to realize. When it started, I thought I couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Oh, I remember. I remember. Give me my stone. What did I tell you? I told you, la.
You know,
give me my stone.
It's strange.
That's how it is.
Don't joke.
That's how it is.
People dress up easily walking around with a bleeding heart, so that one day.
Okay, Bill, you have to forget the past. Why? This is from Asari. Mamia Masaba, love is all about sacrifices. Richard Bedu, I'm really enjoying your show right from downtown Pusupu. Where is Pusupu? This is my first time hearing of it. And I hope that I pronounce it. Is it Pusupu or Pusupu? It's a nice name. Okay, so I also have another story here. Abena, my girlfriend of 6 years just left me for someone because she said I'm not ready for marriage, but this guy is. This is a girl that I sacrificed everything for her, to the extent that a contract that I got to go and train in Qatar. Okay, I'm sure that is Qatar. In Qatar, I ended up leaving that contract because she said I should not go, because if I go, I might meet someone and ditch her. So I stayed here in Ghana and then tried to do stuff that would make her happy. Unfortunately, it meant that it wasn't always that I had money. But then even when I had, she was always the one that I was spending that money on. I decided that let me build a place for us to go and live in. And the wedding, the big wedding she wanted, I decided that we shouldn't have a big wedding, but then something small and manageable, which she got angry about. Now she is somebody's missus.
You see? Tell the guy to come. Let me give him a hug.
He has actually suffered for 6 years. I beg.
I am just one
degree and masters.
I'm just 1 year older than
Great anatomy.
Okay, because yours was 7 years.
Yes. I'm just 1 year older than
Yeah, 7 years.
So he should come and hug me.
Yeah, so yours was almost PhD, right? Game of Thrones. Yeah, GOT.
You see, a woman will get to a point, she will start comparing you to another.
Definitely.
It's inevitable. Forget about what you've done for her. Like, you see how he's listing them? That's why I said I don't want to list things. Because it ain't good.
But also, he should, let's find out, is the girl happy where she is right now? She's someone's missus.
She's someone's missus. But then, happiness is relative.
How is that your problem right now?
But if karma actually exists, in the long run, what do you think will happen?
In the long run.
This karma thing. What we have to talk about karma? We have to talk about. Okay, Opoku Sally Pendi, about the likes and dislikes, you are very right. Some will try to impress you months into the relationship, and then later, boom. Subai Nankasa Dedi, and they think their partner has changed. Meanwhile, she or he was acting within those times. Subai, yes, Subai, that's what people should know. They shouldn't expect so much from their partners because nipple. Bill, relax, so now you know go last. You fall in love soon, cry. Okay, so Richard is telling me where Pusupu is. It's in the Nkwanta South in the Oti region. I have learned something today. Amachini is saying 2020 is a year of breaking hearts. You know the sign. There's a sign I can't do live, but then you know the sign. So imagine it in your head. Why?
Was worse. 2020 is
okay, Chosen Listowell says, thank you very much. Yeah, sorry, Abena, I want to know, don't we see the red flags at all? Oh, we do. Some of them, they are, you know those huge billboards, okay? Huge, like the huge billboards. Some red flags are even bigger than that. In fact, some of them are, you know, the the jet plane that they used to write, you know, like
It's passing with it.
like that cry.
Some of them are even holding a placard. I am not good, though. I am not good, though.
Some of them cry, but it's even written on the forehead. But then still, love.
Yes, love will make you think you
They say
can
love
change
makes us
them.
blind. They say love is blind, and it's very true.
It will put you in a position where you know they can get better with time.
That's how you feel. You expect them to change.
Okay, Efia, Elvia, Abanania, you guys are doing a great job. Keep it up and God bless you. But tell Bill, today everybody's sorry, but tell Bill that he should let bygones be bygones. They are all part of life.
Yes.
Oh, Carmen, love you too.
Yes, it is.
Exactly. Okay, it's all part of life. Now, remember that somebody has prophesied that you fall in love soon. So me, I'm just waiting for the day. Yeah, that was Opoku Sally Pendi who says that you fall in love. So we are waiting.
This year, where your mind is, if you know, be the one.
No, but the thing is, remember, there's always a catalyst. There's always the charcoal that you put into the soup.
There is, but
the potato that will draw out the extra air.
Them, that becomes more fun. You don't go searching for them. If you chance upon them, that becomes like God sent.
But the thing is that you chance on people all the time. So how do you then know that, okay, this person that I've chanced on, I'm going to be able to invest my time, my emotions, etc., and that this person will not disappoint me?
We don't look at that. You don't think about the end results when you're starting a relationship.
Okay.
For guys especially. Ladies think about marriage or whatnot, but guys, we don't think about the end results when you're starting, whether she will disappoint us, whether she will love us till the end, whether we'll put a ring on her finger immediately. Good. We start. After the process, after starting, then we start projecting.
Okay.
That's what guys do.
The moment you start playing some roles,
then we start projecting because of how she is to us. So you meet a lady, you fall in love with this lady, you start working with this lady, then this lady starts giving you attitude. Maybe she doesn't talk to you well sometimes. She just all of a sudden maybe mood swings. She's just acting out of normalcy. It will not tell you that you should marry her one day. Because immediately you meet the girl, hey, boy, they may worry, no, not talk Kardashian, I don't know her behavior.
Yeah, that's true.
So for guys, we project. So as the relationship starts, we see, okay, oh, she's hardworking. Yeah, we've ticked that box. As time goes on, she's clean, she's understanding, she's loving.
That's why it takes time.
That's what it takes time for guys. I've met a lady, a colleague of mine I was working with some time back. She actually told me that if she meets a guy, within 3 months, she will get married. She'll get married to the guy.
That's the marital deadlines that I have a serious problem with.
Having a deadline.
Exactly.
Within 3 months, the guy should come and see her parents, and they should start counseling. So at most 6 months, she should get married.
No, that's wrong.
I was working with this colleague. When she said that, I said,
we've been there before. We gave ourselves deadlines.
Some people are still there.
The thing is that, listen, ladies, when you give yourself a deadline, okay, so this is what happened to me. My deadline was 26 years. I wanted to get married. That was my deadline. But then unfortunately at that time too, I was working. And my job, it was so involving that I'll leave home sometimes around 6. I'll get back sometimes around 10 p.m. That was how it was when I was in Cape Coast. And so what was I going to meet the men? Nowhere. And time was going so fast. Now 26.
She should have called me. I would have paused.
So now 26 went by. I wasn't getting married. I wasn't meeting anyone. Then 27 was also passing by. So the one who came that I thought was serious, I smelled the pepper.
Have you gotten a guy around the age of 26 whilst you're working from morning till night?
How long?
Would you even have gotten time for the guy?
Exactly, you understand.
To know each other, understand all that.
Yes.
There are certain petty things in life we overlook sometimes.
But someone will also tell you,
it's true.
Compare that.
Oh, it is just like
with comparison. They are secrets.
You see, naturally, okay. The thing is, naturally, we women, we are like that. The reason why we are like that is, listen. The reason why we are like that is, it's inbred for us to compare ourselves to our neighbors and all that. That is supposed to guide us on what or how we will manage the home. You understand? Because it's not everything that a woman is taught.
Okay, yes.
But the woman is able to do them because she does a lot of comparison. But then the thing is that we are all different. So you'll get a woman who compares negatively and then a woman who compares positively. So you can get a woman who's with her man and then sees that her friends, the guys of her friends, they dress nicely, but her man doesn't. So she will then decide, I am going to spend on my man for him to look as good as they do. You understand? So if it has to come with buying stuff, investing into all of those things, she will do that. You understand? But then you will get another woman who will come and dress him negatively. And haven't you seen my friends? They are men.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it all depends on the person.
Yes.
But just that naturally, that is how we are.
Yeah, I'm
You
glad
understand?
accepted that.
But even
I won't lie. I won't lie. That one day I won't lie.
Like, in your eyes, someone looks better than someone. Maybe your friends,
It's natural.
girls look better than your guy.
It's natural. It's just like like you dating a woman. When you met her, she always looked good. Maybe not the peche, such makeup, but then she always looked good. But then now she's relaxed. Okay, her stomach is even bigger than I am.
Okay,
no matter what, you'll end up comparing. I mean, it's natural.
And when you do what you
Even during dating, sometimes it happens. Adelaide Kwate Papa Fio says, Abena, I stayed with a man for 7 years, only for him to impregnate another while he was still with me.
Wow.
And I saw the red flags, but forgave him anytime he apologized, and it is true. You'll end up forgiving. Okay, Ike Mensah, marriage has no timeline and there's no good age for someone to marry. However, posterity has taught us that women in their late 20s to early 30s mostly become better wives due to maturity, and men in the mid-30s mostly are good husbands.
Who did this analysis? This is not approved by FDA, is it?
No.
Women in their 20s. She was a teen just years ago. She was a teenager just years ago. You understand? She hasn't even grown to her potential yet. And then I always say that, you see, that there are some women, even at age 18, they are more matured than a 30-year-old.
That is what I was coming to say.
Marrying such a lady, you are set. I mean, she's going to be there for you. But there are some ladies, even at age 30, she still hasn't grown.
At 18, matured. I mean, what comes?
Experiences and... Okay, so for example, by age 18, I knew the effect of divorce on a family. I knew that if you were a lady and you give birth and you become a single mother, all the issues that were associated with it. So basically, at that age, I knew all of that. So I strived. My first relationship was when I was 19. My first committed relationship, and I wanted to make it work. But then unfortunately, when he fell in love with me was in our 4th year, and I was fed up.
Wow.
Yeah, that was when he fell in love with me, but I was fed up. So I pulled away. He did everything, but at that time I was like, no. My bread.
Out of love.
Yeah, you understand? Because I was alone in the relationship for almost 4 years. Wow. So when he realized that, and that kind of love whereby, for example, I remember, it's just recently that I remember something that he told me. I was in his room, and then he said that he knew that I was in his room because he could smell my perfume. But I didn't use perfume that day. So he could sense that that was how much he got to love me. But by that time, I was tired.
That is simple.
But the thing is that at that time, I was tired. Because I'd been Charlie for,
I can be standing somewhere and an Uber will pass and I'll know my girlfriend is in that car. I will just know.
Isn't that love? Love. Okay, basically she says maturity mostly comes through experiences, but also it can be learned. For instance, we read stories on this page every day and we learn from them.
A lot,
That is very, very true.
A lot.
Which is why sometimes I wonder why people read the stories and then they tend to make the same mistakes. But the thing is, I've been doing this for years. There was a time I did the same mistake that I was advising people against. I tell you. I tell you. I think that right now, that is why I decided that, okay, I don't want any more drama. Exactly. I don't want to find myself, so that when they come, they don't understand. Oh, yeah.
You can't actually...
It happens. I won't lie. It happens.
They don't even practice what they preach.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay, so still from Akwesi Kilichi, you don't have to wait to experience it in order to mature, when you can rather learn from other people's experiences. Yeah, exactly. It won't be enough. It is just like learning theory in the classroom.
Exactly.
Until you do practicals, you understand? So there are some people, for example, I mean, what I know now are stuff that I was told when I was younger. So many of them, I ended up doing the same thing that I was told not to do.
Yeah.
Until I went through it.
To understand how it was.
And now I'm like, okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Now I have my certificate.
That's it.
Yeah. It's like that.
But there are a few people who actually don't experience, but they learn and they become so matured in it. There's just a few people.
Yeah,
There's
actually.
just a few people.
Yeah, just a few people. But you see, the thing is that unless they are learning from people who are very close to them.
They're learning from people's experience. They're not learning just from maybe reading on. They're learning from people's experience. So maybe I come to you, what you're going through. I sit with you, talk to me. I get to pick up one or two things. I go here, I learn. I go here, I learn. That kind of thing. So assuming someone coming from a broken home, your mom, your parents got divorced. Probably you got a step mom. It also happened. Then maybe your cousin or maybe your uncle also broken home. So all these experiences are around you. So if you learn from all these experiences, you don't have to experience it to know that this is what I've been through, or this is how it's going to be like.
Yeah. Okay. Alfred Kwame Osei, having a nice discussion, but please next time invite ladies to make the discussion more balanced. Don't worry. This one was deliberate because I knew that we women would have a particular
on this issue.
So I just wanted the other side, because usually whenever it comes to investing in relationship, okay, we women always look at, I invested my love, I invested my punani, I cooked for him, I washed for him.
And it's a lot.
You understand? And these are things that we normally look at. Whenever we are talking about, that is giving and taking. So we are taking money from the man and then we are giving him service. Okay. That's why I was asking you about like for like. Because if I am doing this for you and then you are giving me money, it becomes transactional. Yeah. And a lot of us, that is the sort of relationship that we've been having. It's been transactional. Yeah. So I am dating this guy, and this guy is the one taking care of me, investing in whatever it is that I'm doing.
My business, my education.
Exactly, you understand. And what I do in return is cook for him, feed him, wash him.
Give him what he wants at night.
Exactly, you understand. Okay. That makes it transactional. Yeah. That is not relationship in the strictest sense, you understand, of it. Because when you are in a relationship with someone, that means that you have moved from the dating phase. With the dating phase, with that one, you have, let's say, at most 4 people that you are close friends with. You are getting to know them, to know who among them you can move on to the next level. You understand? So when you realize that among these 4, okay, so let's say, taking from my perspective, that among these 4 guys that I've been talking to, because that one will be the talking phase that I've been talking to, I realized that, there is a guy that I click more with, that I think that I can you know, be with or something like that.
the next level.
That is when we can move on to the next level. So with that, even the next level, still marriage isn't there. Because I need to be sure that this is a man I would be interested in settling down with. Now, if we move on to the next level and I realize that no, he's not exactly who I said I wanted, then we both walk away.
We should go back to the marriage.
You understand? Then we both walk away. Then we get to the next, you know, then I move on with someone else.
The next person.
You understand?
Hey,
But the thing is, if you want something which is good,
That's
okay?
It's difficult.
Okay, the thing is that there are some, but first one, not far. But others, it will take you 10. Others to 50. Oh, yeah. Yeah, others to 50. And that's the fact. Okay, Carla Benjamin Semaha, very educational, yes. Akwesi Kelechi is saying, I learned my maturity. I learned my maturity. I haven't experienced much. I learned from people who have experienced them. Oh. Okay, so that means that you are one of the few that, okay, Mimpe was talking about. Akwesi Kelechi, transactional relationships. Oh, don't worry. We'll have time. We'll talk about a transactional relationship. Yeah, sometimes I'm there, and I'm sure that people have seen, you know, have read such posts whereby, I think that the most recent one, the guy said he was looking for someone in her early 20s who is either about to go to school or is in school. Now, he would cater for the person's education, but then she has to...
I commented on that post.
Yeah, that's transactional.
The guy is clear enough.
Being real, exactly. You understand?
So I was like, okay, Mr. Man, just tell them you want someone who will get married to you, you will get plenty. And then later just leave them and go. Because
but then interestingly, what happened inbox didn't happen, you know, in the comments. Yeah, because what happened inbox, it wasn't in the comments.
I see.
Yeah, I think just about 2 or 3 women boldly said, okay, that was in the comments.
That's it.
But then inbox, that was where the fun was. Oh yeah.
It'd be like saying you for ask, it shall be given.
You see, the thing is,
at the current proposal said give
you will find.
You see, the thing is, and I always say this, tell women that you don't need to conform to society's expectation of getting married.
That's it.
And a lot of women will decide not to get married, especially at the present time that they are in. Some women want to get married in 2020 because of pressure from home.
Yeah.
Others too because of, okay, they also want transactional. But then the guy wants marriage. Okay, so if he wants to marry me, fine. But then me, it's the money that I want. You understand? So as soon as society makes women know and understand that, okay, you don't need to get married in order to conform, then you realize that women will stop pressuring men to marry them, especially when pregnancy comes in. Because that's why the pregnancy pranking comes in then. You understand? So it's all about investment. Okay, Ike Mensah says, in reality, all relationships and marriages are all conditional and transactional because there is something about them, that's why you want them. Else you could be with just anyone. Yeah, that is that is a good point.
Is a very good point.
Lucy Okraba the second, Auntie Abena, I'm late and not really understanding. Oh, we're actually talking about investing in your relationship. So investing your time, your emotion, and of course investing money. When it comes to we women, we actually invest act of service. We are washing, for the guy. We are cleaning his home. We are cooking, for him. I remember there was a time that a lady sent her story that the guy told her that they should break, they should break up, but that she should still go and then cook and, clean for him.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? What do you do the guy?
You understand? So meaning that even though we've ended, still invest.
You understand why they said what they said, you see?
Some.
Okay. Aaron Anasetra, lovely discussion. Kudos. Thank you very much. Okay. We'll actually be wrapping up very, very soon. We've been talking about investing in your relationship. Now, let's look at do's and don'ts, okay, because it is very, very critical. When it comes to investing in your relationship, what are some of the things that you should do that you think, even if not compulsory, at least it should be something that you should willingly do?
Well, for starters, your time. You should always invest your time, because without that time factor, nothing can really happen.
I think you should regulate it.
No, investing the time, whether you're going to regulate it or not, you're going to invest your time.
Okay.
That is for a start, because you can't start.
Be mindful of it.
But you can't start a relationship. That's
You're
the problem.
talking about regulating. So, regulating what time? Regulating it how?
You should, because at the end of the day, if you invest so much time and you are unable to do anything productive for yourself, this same woman who you give the time to will come and question you.
Yeah. For example, assuming you start a relationship, most relationships start like that. You start talking on phone for like 3 hours, 4 hours a day.
No more that fridge, so.
Oh, hey, cabinet.
I tell you. Yeah, there are 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Put it down.
Charlie, yes.
I'm
I with that.
Hold on, I'm pausing the
I with
I'm pausing the fridge now.
I with that.
So at that moment, you do 3 hours, 4 hours from the onset. And as time goes on, you'll not be able to keep that up. It gets to a time, a day, when I call crab ball. Yep. Hello, how are you doing? Okay, checking up on you. Bye.
Yeah, that's reality.
Yes,
then that's it.
Reality.
So that's where it comes to the regulation of the time. So from the onset, let the partner understand. This way we are starting 3 hours, 4 hours, or 3 hours, 4 hours.
Do you even need them to understand? They will get it.
They should They should know. Because
but
some of
the
them
thing too is that some,
you don't call
some will adapt, but then others too, because they love attention, and then you were giving them that attention. Now, when that attention is no longer coming, then it also becomes an issue.
Yeah. So from the onset, that's where the regulation comes in. So you have to regulate it in that manner so that you can get more for yourself also to do your stuff.
Okay. So regulating your time. What else? When it comes to investing in a relationship.
Things you should invest.
Yeah. So the things. So now you're talking about time.
Support. Financially, you should invest. Trust me. I'm not going to say don't. All I keep saying is make sure you are going together with the person. Don't push your money into her life whilst you are just sitting there. No.
Okay.
She's going to question you one day. She will.
Okay.
So make sure whilst you are pushing her forward, you're also doing same.
You're also building yourself.
And along the line, teach her how to understand when the money is not there. Teach her. Don't make the mistake of putting her needs first.
I actually have a problem when maybe it's because of the school that I came from. You understand? Like old school. Because I grew up with a mother who paid my fees through my dad. So I got to know that my fees had always been paid by my mom after their divorce.
Good.
She'll give the money to him.
He's the man.
Then he will give it to us. So later on, I got to realize that no, all of this is from my mom. You understand? So I got to realize that it is all about supporting.
Yes.
He has, she has. He doesn't have, she has. She doesn't have, he has. So it's all about that support. So I always have an issue whereby we women make it seem as if we can't understand when the guy doesn't have. That has always been my issue.
Problem.
You understand? Whereby you can't even support him when he doesn't have.
But have you realized that a woman can't take a man role when it comes to supporting a family for a long time without complaining?
My bro, I'll definitely complain.
I think men from the beginning make mistakes, trying to prove to the woman, I can handle it.
How good I am.
You see, there are sometimes, take a break, sit her down, let her know, because you want this person for the long term, let her understand that. If she's able to understand, then you know you have a partner. Sometimes even if you have it, relax and see her. What you train a woman with, when she grows up with it with you, you find it difficult trying
Yeah.
When it's there, we spend
Okay,
together.
Hannah
When
Lawrence,
it's not,
I'm not cutting you, but just that these messages are getting a lot. Hannah Lawrence says, I think this topic is really important. Myself, I'm afraid to invest into relationship because of past experience. Lucia Kraba says, investment pa dear me, I haven't washed any guy's clothes before. Cooking dear I would, but not washing. Okay, Anthony Saint Owusu Tenta says enjoying the discussion. Great. Nana Yao says my girlfriend isn't financially good. I wish I could help her develop some supermarkets, but I'm afraid she might leave me someday.
She will.
Lord, so make her help. I'm confused. Oh, help her, help her.
No. Like, help.
I think you should do it in a proper manner.
Yeah.
As in an agreement, okay? So it could be even because if it is a supermarket, that becomes business. So if you have to sign an agreement, why don't you? So that in case
He should set it up himself and just let her take care of it.
That is one bit of it.
or partner with her to do it. You
How can
understand?
Okay.
Partner with her. I mean, it's the same as you setting it up when she's
I
setting
know
it up.
I know exes, okay, who are still managing the companies that they set up.
Yes.
You understand? If it gets to a point that you realize that you are too emotionally invested in it and then you would want to sell off your parts, then you go ahead. But then I think that one day we'll have this discussion. What I believe in is it is different when it is all about supporting with those small monies. But then
Yes,
as
it's
soon
totally
as
different.
business comes in, then you treat it as a business.
Joint account.
Simple.
Nah, you no cool. It's that.
When it comes to business,
Thankfully, I've never done a joint account before.
when it comes to business,
I'm
you
sure
know how
Sana
to
Kebedi
establish.
Misika.
Oh.
Kebedi yo.
I'm not going. When we
Yeah,
do that,
when is it gonna be those women? Is the question.
that's it, yeah.
Ike Mensah, the reality, Ike Mensah says the reality is if anyone is not willing to invest in all aspects, then you shouldn't be in the relationship to begin with.
Wow.
The key is invest reasonably, responsibly, and matured with all expectations.
That's true.
Bernard Alomaso, you have to invest responsibly and wisely. Never invest in relationship where the trust is shaking or there are doubts around. Nana Setra says, Abena, you support them and they take advantage of you and hide their responsibilities. It's our past that's making relationships now difficult to... Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Yeah, that is very true.
Because guys are suffering, ladies are suffering.
Yeah,
Hands
that's
down.
true. Well, there's actually a lot to discuss, but then this is where we'll end the show. We'll be right back next week, right here on You with Abena Majis. Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you so much, Kobe, for being with us here. Today, we spoke about investing in your relationship. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend. We'll be right back next week. Fully ended. I didn't want to repeat it the other time, Charlie. That's how I was quiet. The other time when they were ended, they told me that it was still picking. Oh, Charlie.
Now I should have my fears.
Hi.
I should have my fears. That was a lengthy and very interesting conversation.
Yeah. Because he ain't you. I had a because I only asked for the view, right?
Yeah.
But because of the